You know what it is. You are in PE with Dave and Jay, where we build while we build. I'm Jay. That's my guy over there, Dave. All right, looking on swole. And today is a SuperSet. Got my boy, my brother, Tyke B in the building.
Yes,
Yo, this
sir.
guy. What up, son?
What's up with you, man?
Hey,
What's
man, we
going
happy
on,
to
man?
have you here.
Yo, what we looking at, like a good, 20 plus years, man? That's insane. That's insane. The last time I talked to this guy was, like 5 years old, man. So this is crazy.
Ain't taking my bike now, though. You see me in the gym, you ain't taking my bike, baby.
Yo, that's perfect, yo. That is right on time, yo. Hey, yo, Tyke, yo, for our workout buddies at home, yo, Tyke is by far one of the most charming people I've ever met in my life. And my last name is charming. He is one of the most savagely charming people I've ever met in my life. And incredibly talented hip hop artist. Huge family, man. Just not just because he has a huge family. And just an overall dope individual, man. And yo, we really thank you for being here. Oh, and by the way, our theme music, that song you hear,
that's big.
That's him. That's him.
That's big.
You know?
That's me, baby.
That's
I'm waiting
him.
on a royalty check. They ain't sent my royalty check yet, but we're gonna talk about that after the podcast.
We're gonna send you a t-shirt. We're gonna finally send him a t-shirt.
Make it
man.
tight.
Actually,
I need it tight. I've been working out. Make it tight, baby.
we're gonna make it medium.
Some PE oven mitts or something. We hook you up.
Oh yeah, some oven mitts.
Some
Today's chest day, right, Dave?
Yeah, man. All right. So
All right.
the first workout we're gonna try to knock out of the circuit, so we don't hog up all the gym equipment here. So we're gonna be on the bench, and what we're gonna do first is static. I'm sorry, not a static, but the 45-degree incline push-up. Chest press. All right. I'm gonna show you here real quick. All right. So these are the weights I'm gonna use today, right here. All right. Nah, I'm just fucking.
I was like, what?
Right, but I'm just here to show you the move. So you want to either have your bench here like a 30 or 45-degree angle. The reason being is that if you have it up too high like this, you're not gonna be working any chest. And you kind of isolate your shoulders. All right. So you want your bench to either be in a 45 like this, which I don't prefer, or a 30, this is where I can get all that. I can exercise that upper chest. All right, and that's the point of this exercise, to get your upper chest. All right. So this is the workout here. You're gonna bring it down in your shoulders here. You don't want to really, you don't want to really hyperextend too far back with your elbows below the plane of your body here. So you want to remain right here and just push up. All right, simple as that. It's a chest press. And then the next exercise, like I said, we're gonna utilize the circuit. You're gonna take your bench. You're gonna flatten it out. Okay. Then we're gonna do a static chest press. Okay. So you could either have, I'll show you the motion, right? There's two ways you can do this. All right, so you're gonna have, and the reason why we call it static is because one arm is gonna remain static while the other does the work. All right. So you could either do it this way, push up with one arm, or you can keep this arm up and push up with the other arm. Okay. And then you're gonna alternate, of course. Okay. So whatever you choose, this one, keeping the dumbbell low is actually harder than keeping it up high. Okay, so you choose your degree of difficulty. All right. So with this, as far as the rep count, we'll do 3 sets, 8 to 10, because we're trying to put on some size for the winter time. Right? It's cold out there. It's brick right now. I look at the forecast, like 27 degrees over in Florida, man. That's unheard of.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
It's bulking season, man. All right, bulking season. All right.
Cool. Got it. All right, so y'all set? Before we get started, I just want to give kind of a disclaimer, so to speak, to our family, our families, and our friends, because we do have families. The conversation and the topics that we're going to discuss today could be considered a little edgy, but we are having this conversation because the topics are what we deem intelligent and what we deem interesting, and they are definitely real. And they deserve to be had. So we would like y'all to grant us a little bit of, to quote Will Smith, a circle of safety with this episode. Don't take anything to heart. Try not to feel insulted by anything that might be said. But we're just trying to dig into some real topics here. and present it to our buddies at home. Feel me? All right. So yeah. With that being said, man. Okay, cool. So like I said, Tyke is one of the most charming individuals I've ever met, right? And one thing amongst the many things that is very interesting about my little brother is that he is in what we would consider, or what we would call a throuple. He is in a thriving throuple relationships. I don't even know if you say it's a throuple relationship or if you have to put a plural on it because it's polyamorous. I don't know. That's why we're having him here, so we can understand some of this shit, right? So yeah, so he's in a so Tyke, my first question, would you consider your relationship polyamorous or would you consider it polygamy? You understand what I mean?
I'll be honest with you, man. I'm glad that we're having this podcast because I don't know the difference.
All
I know
right, cool.
You know, I fell in love with one woman and fell in love with another. That's the reality.
Wait. I didn't hear that. Say what you said again. Say
I
what
don't
you
know
said
the
again.
difference. I know that I fell in love with one woman, and then after that, I fell in love with another, man. I don't know the difference. I know I'm in a relationship. They call it a throuple or poly or polygamy. I can't really call it. I can call it happiness. At times, I can call it stress. You know, same thing that would come with a single, you know, one-on-one relationship. So.
That makes sense. All right, so go ahead, Dave.
No. So you know, just a little to kind of piggyback on that. So this is love for you, right? This is real love for two females.
Yeah, man.
The difference between. Go ahead.
No, just that's a hell of a balance. I know for me, it's not hell, but it's taxing to love one. Right?
No, it's hell.
And to deal with the one, and you know, again, but I couldn't imagine loving. See, like it's one thing to be like, okay, you're in a polyamorous relationship, and you know, you just having fun. You know, the two parties are just down for whatever. But to be in love is a whole different ball of wax for me. You know what I mean? That requires just a different commitment. So to be in love with you, I mean, how is that?
Wait. So before we go there, right? Before we go there, let's answer the looming question, right? That question is a good one. So, because polyamorous, that term is used quite a bit now, especially on social media. So polyamorous is just what it sounds like, or just what the name implies: multiple love, so to speak. But polyamorous is where you are not monogamous. You're not committed to one individual. Whereas polygamy is where you are committed, but it's to various individuals, right? So there are more rules, I guess, so to speak, or it usually has to do with marriage. When it's polygamy, it has to do with like marriage to multiple people. Whereas polyamorous, there are various ways to be polyamorous, right? And I think that's what Dave is trying to get at. So Dave is like, so you're in love with these two women. So with that being said, so with polyamorous, you know, some things are like you could have sex with, you could be in a relationship, you could be married, but be in a polyamorous relationship where you can have sex with other people. And that's just part of the rule of your marriage. Is that how it is for y'all?
I would say now, since I've got my plan out of the way and, you know, enjoying the fact that I can have two women let me take me and, you know, and I ran with it. But now it's boundaries, you know. I didn't understand, you know what I mean? Because I thought that, you know, polyamorous, one-on-one relationship, you know, men are going to go through their little phases or whatever, but it had to happen to me for me to understand that, like, I don't want to play like that, you know?
Right.
Yeah. It ain't fun when you get got. It's fun getting, but it ain't fun getting got. So
okay, we're going to get to that. Yeah, we're going to get to that. All right, cool.
Yeah, man.
So,
but yeah, it's love though, Dave.
Tell us more about that, man. How did it? I mean, because it sounds like every man's dream, right? Like y'all laid in. Yeah, you used to brag about it, like y'all, because y'all laying in the bed together.
Yeah, I used to be like, you know, the Tyke, bro, it's dope, bro. And I'm like, yeah, I'm eating it up. I'm telling you, like I said, when I started this thing, probably 3 years ago, you know, from the beginning of 3 years ago, I was like, yeah, man, this is for me, bro. I'm out killing it. I'm a player. I'm a pimp. All that good shit. But then when I started realizing, like you said, like, you know, this is a relationship. This is not just having fun. This is making babies. This is having babies already. This is, you know, going out all together, spending $300 at skating rink, you know, going bowling, spending $700, you know. It's real, you know what I mean? This is not one of the, I thought, you know, in the beginning it was, we get you on the weekend, we have our fun, you go. We might spend a little money here and there, but when it became serious, that's when I realized that it comes with the same thing a regular relationship comes with, maybe just 2 times worse. You ever been, you know, wrong twice? Have you ever been wrong 2 times with the same conversation? And they're both like, you're wrong. And you're like, yo, really? And then they just pile on. They're like, so you know what? And you also do this. And you also do this. I'm like, oh my God. Here goes. Right. The 3 things I learned about a successful relationship is yes, okay, and I'm sorry.
Yeah. I feel you with that.
Times 2.
Times 2, correct.
Times 2.
See,
Tyke 2 times over there right there.
I think what Tyke 2 times. I think that's your new name, brother. Tyke 2 times.
I don't want nothing that's under 100.